Okay. God's Day, and welcome back to my July special guest interview episode of Refined by the Fires. I'm Ree, and once again, we're about to do a new thing for the month of July. I have the pleasure to interview yet another one of my huge Christian family members, my sister in Christ, who I also proudly proclaim as my personal friend, Deja Renee Oliver, where I have my business address. She is a very professional and dedicated manager at her job and is helpful beyond comparison. So with no further ado, Deja, how are you really doing today?
I'm good. I'm just taking it one day at a time.
That's
You know,
all you
the Lord
can do.
sends you. The Lord has a couple of, He has a sense of humor, so he likes to throw little curveballs at you.
And you just have to keep them and swing and do the best you can.
There you
Yeah,
go.
because he won't put no more on you than you can bear.
There you go. There you go. Sometimes you get tired of being the Lord's strongest soldier.
Eh, ooh, say you can say that again, because I'm like, I got the battle scars to prove it. It's like, Lord, what else do
Yes.
I have to do? I don't mind using. I don't mind you using me, but I mean, come on, it's a limit. It's a
Yes.
limit. Yeah. So, okay, let me pray before we open in prayer. Heavenly Father, we come to you today asking for your guidance, wisdom, and support as we begin this episode of this podcast interview with my friend and sister in Christ, Deja. Lord, help us engage in meaningful discussion, allowing it to fall on fertile ground. Give us the right words to say to capture people's attention, especially in this day and time where our attention span is virtually non existent. I also pray that this video reaches the people who are really in need of hearing her story today. I hope that they are led to share this interview with others who they believe will benefit by something they heard or learned today by edutainment, both being both educated and entertained to make it more memorable and to have a lasting impact on those who hear the words we speak. These are our prayers through Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. Amen.
Amen.
Okay, so Deja, we met at your job where you're the property man. Is it the property manager or the I get my mail there for my business. You're the
Uh-huh.
business that you work at the company that is the face of my business. I get my business
Correct.
mail at Regus.
Correct.
And when I first came in to get my account set up, you were just so bubbly and helpful and just the sweetest thing that as sweet as pie. You gave me a tour of the place, even though I just came in for a new business address because I had moved from the where I used to be at Alliance in the Bywater area. My daughter wasn't taking her lessons over there anymore with Nova, so that's why I needed to find a new business address for a new mail center for my business. And I happened to do a Google search, and Regis was one of the first things that popped up. And I was like, and then I drove by there. I was like, oh yeah, this is nice, real nice. So I I don't think I scheduled an interview. I think I just stopped by, and like I say, you were so welcoming and warm, and I got, like I say, I got more than I had set out to get, because I got a tour, even though I just needed my mail to come now. I just needed y'all to be the face of my business. Yep. But I walked in a stranger who was in need of another virtual office space for my new podcast business. But I left out feeling like I just reconnected with an old friend who shared her knowledge about what would soon be my new business adventure with Regis Virtual Office Space, my mail service. I also love that there were so many office amenities that were available if and when I needed it. It was much closer to home here on the West Bank, And that alone was way more convenient for me to pick up my business mail regularly, since the vast majority of my daily commute uh, is across the river in New Orleans. But not to mention, hands down, my favorite part is the convenience of y'all location. Y'all right off of Manhattan, the one of the main streets on the West Bank. Yeah. So but I can just drive. Oh, and that's something else that made me choose y'all, because I could have chose a place in the CME CBD Central Business District downtown, but I would have had to find parking, pay for parking, and just run in to get my mail from one of them office buildings downtown. But that wouldn't work either, because what if it's raining and I need some place that I could just pull up, walk up to the door, and usually I just call y'all, check and see if I got mail, and if I have some, I could just pull up right in front of the building, walk in, tap on the door, y'all come open it, come in and get my mail, and I'm done. Easy peasy. Yep. Simply the best. And I've had my fair share of issues from the start with my relationship with Regus, but you stepped in and helped me out without a second thought. And I truly appreciate you, my friend. So you remember when I came in when you had to help me set up my account, because all the you don't pay your monthly fee every month. You don't pay your, do y'all call it, rent?
It depends. If we're talking about deposits or I say a monthly fee if it's just virtual office.
Okay, do I have a virtual office or do I get my business mail there?
So you are considered a virtual office, as per the system.
Okay.
So even though you use the business address, you would be considered a mailbox client.
Okay, so I don't actually have an office space there.
That's correct.
Okay.
So what we would do is, like say if someone was looking for you, coming, just to see if they could speak with you.
Yeah.
Of course, we would never tell your clients that, hey, she has a mailbox here. She's not really here. We'd say, hey, she works by appointments only.
Okay.
Can we pass along, that type of stuff. Okay. It's nothing for them to kind of,
Yeah. That's good. I didn't know how that worked. I just know I was using y'all for my business address. Yeah. That's wonderful. But I was having a problem getting that, because I have to do, y'all don't accept payments in person. I had to do everything online. And correct. After I left that day, I had to come home and I was trying to get stuff set up, and I was having trouble getting in on I was on the site, but I was having trouble logging in to get my system, get my address and stuff set up. So I had to come back up there. And because you was trying to explain over, when I called you and told you I was having a problem, you was trying to explain it over the phone. I was like, can I just bring my computer to you and come back up there and you can show me and we can work it out together? And I did just that. I grabbed my keys and my purse and my laptop, and I came back up there, and you got to see firsthand that things happen to me that don't happen to nobody else. I have no reason to exaggerate. You are my witness. You got to see firsthand that the problems that I was having, the solutions that normally work, wasn't working for me. So you had to figure out do something different for my problem to get me in and get this situated. I was so happy that you were my witness, because usually I don't have a witness. I just deal with stuff and people like, she can't have it that bad. Everything is like, no, I do. When I say I have problems that other people don't have, because like I say, you could just tell anybody else, oh, you just do this, and that. But the problem I was having, I don't know what the conflict was, but I needed more than this, and that. That's why I grabbed my laptop, my keys, and my purse, and I came back up there. It's like, I need you to show me. And you was even baffled because you was like, I don't know why. It's like, only in my life. Only.
That's the first time I've ever heard you say that. I'm like, yeah, I could see why she would say that.
Yeah.
I forgot what the problem was, but it was very, unique and unusual. For sure.
That has Renesia all over it. Unique and unusual. That's mine. That's my kid. Lord have mercy. But it was like, and then you sat there and did, and like you say, you did what you were trying to explain to me to do over the phone, and you got frustrated because you was like, well, I don't know why this ain't working. And I was just sitting there like, okay. So now you see what I go through on the daily. And you tried something else, that still didn't work, and you tried something else, and finally you got it to go through. I was like, thank you.
Yeah, right. That's a curveball, so I can tell you that the Lord be sending us.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm like, Lord, can I please have a break? I'm just trying to get my little mailbox set up so I can get my business mail to this address. And but like I say, you were a huge help indeed, and I am so grateful.
Thank you.
But you actually got to see firsthand the frustrations that I endure in my day-to-day life. Things that are easy for most, and most people are always a struggle for me. And most people get frustrated and give up and send me to someone else to help, whatever my problem was, but I was having at that time. But you actually helped me. You are a queen of customer service because you worked with that problem until you got it solved.
Oh yeah, yep. I don't like stuff hanging over my head.
No,
and I'm that type of person that if I don't get it resolved that day, I'll be up all night thinking about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I don't like that.
Yeah, and that's me. I like I like everything orderly. I like everything with a period on it, folded and put inside the envelope, sealed. I don't like loose ends. I don't like mess. I don't like everything, just random. I like order. And when like you say, when you was trying to give me instructions over the phone, just do this. I was like, I've tried and it's not working. And then I came in and you tried and it didn't work for you. So I was like, thank you, Lord. I got a witness. I got a witness. Yeah. But you kept on working that thing until you got it to work. You kept on working with me. Yep. And since we already had quickly developed a friendship over that was our bonding moment. And a bonding moment of sorts, I asked if you'd be interested in doing an interview with me since I had a podcast. And you kindly told me no, that you didn't know what you'd say. And I'm like, that's the epitome of literally every kind of generous person who is more comfortable with being a background character when they're meant to be a shining star. You're like, no, that's not for me. That's not for me. I'm just here to help. It's like, yeah, but at some point, you're called to stand forward and let your light shine. And finally, I got you. When I asked you again, here you are, front and center. Yeah.
I would have never thought I would have seen today, to be honest.
That's why I say, well, I'm going to ask again. And if you hadn't agreed, I'd just wait a little while longer and I call and I say, Deja, you ready? And if you said no again, I'd be like, okay, give it a little more time. Deja, you ready? So now you're ready.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. I appreciate it. But also, I actually came up there one time and you referred me to somebody. You say you had somebody who was willing to be on my podcast, Regina Barty. And I did a pre-interview with her first. And then that's when she's somebody that I didn't know. I'd never seen her before, had never talked to her. She was just a referral by you. And since I need to get more information from her about herself. And we had a very good pre-interview. And I was excited about interviewing her, but my son came in town for he was a rigger and he was hired to come help set up for the Super Bowl, for the Superdome, at the Superdome down here that was in New Orleans this year. So I got in my mind, and that's something I shouldn't have did. I should have talked it over with God first. That's where I messed up. I should have always bring everything to God first. Don't just get an idea in your head and go off and do whatever you want to do. Take it up with God, even if it's family, because I asked her if she'd mind if I reschedule her for a later date. And she couldn't because her schedule got busy after February. So basically, I lost that interview because I still haven't interviewed her yet. But I'm also on the outs with my son because he came down here and he was pleasant. Everything was going fine at first. Then he left because he had broke some house rules. My husband only gave him 2 rules and he broke one consistently. And my husband is like, he didn't put him out, but my husband is the cook in our house. He's like a chef. And you don't mess up. The last straw was my son had got up and was making him some eggs that morning in a skillet and was using a spoon to scrape the bottom of the pan and move the eggs around. And that messed up that skillet. Now, that may not seem like a big deal to many, but you don't know my husband. He's like it's like living with a chef. My daughter, during COVID, they was making cakes and she'd sell them on our side. And I was surprised how many people she had coming by. We put a sign in the yard with balloons and Zim's Cakes and Co. And even during COVID, she did very well. People came and bought slices of cakes and the bottles of water that we had for them to sell. But after COVID, I asked that next summer, was she willing to do that again? And she said no, because she thought it was fun for her to bake. But he started running it like a business. So he took all of the fun out of it for her. She was like 10 years old. And he was making it like a real job. No, you can't do it this way, do it that way. And then like he just took all the fun out of it for her. So poor baby, she asked us, so are you gonna sell cakes again or something? She's like, nope. I'm done. Cakes is in my past. I've done it, been there, done that. Like you say, Mama, got the t-shirt and the scars to prove it. She said, no. All right, that's And she made good money. I think she made like $400 that summer. Because she did it every Saturday. At first, she did it on Memorial Day weekend, on that Saturday. And then she started there, and that was just going to be that one day. But after she did so well that day, we started doing it every weekend that whole summer. And she made $400 selling cake slices for, I think, $3 each.
Well, that was very affordable.
Yeah. $3 and bottles of water for $1. So, but she said no. No, ma'am. So, and I got it because I was helping because he had it where we had to cut the cakes a certain way and wrap them in the saran wrap and then label them. And it was just too tedious for her. She didn't mind the cooking, but Cause she'll still cook every now and then, but no, her doing cakes that summer was enough for her. Yep. But no, so going back to what happened with my son after, and like I say, my husband didn't tell him he had to go, but they had words, and my son felt like he needed to go, and we had a great time up until the end. But when I came home from church that day, he told me, "Mama, we need to talk." And I sat there in the chair in my husband's in our creative room, my husband's work office, and he told me I need to go. I'm like, "Why? You just got here. You know, it's only been a week." He's like, "I need to go." And he didn't tell me what he did, but I found out later, and he had damaged that skillet beyond repair. So, and I know my husband and I know my son, so it was best that he left. So, but going back to Regina, if you're listening to this, ma'am, Regina Barty, I am so sorry and that I put your interview off, but I am still willing and able to do your interview. So please contact me. You have my number, or you can call Deja and get it. But I look forward to our interview because you have a very interesting life, and I feel like your experience with your sons, who are both autistic, can help other parents of autistic children, and that's becoming pop. I think that because I have two autistic grandchildren, a girl and a boy, and it's like autism. It's like, where did this come from?
Yeah, I get it.
It's like everybody knows somebody who has a child who is autistic now.
You know, it kind of puts me in the mind of eczema. That eczema, I never heard of eczema because that wasn't something that growing up our generation had. Now it's common.
Yeah. My daughter has it, and her kids have it.
It's like, what is that?
It's a skin condition. You have sensitive skin. They can't wear certain lotions, can't bathe with certain soaps. So it's like, yeah, and that's eczema. It's like, can that be who came up with that name? Eczema.
Right.
That just sounds gross. It's like, you have eczema? Like, okay. But like I say, autism, it's like it's like things are coming up now that are popular that we didn't have to deal with. It's like, and to say it's a mental disability, so was that the replacement for kids who were slow or retarded who we had classes with?
Sometimes you really do have to just scratch your head at some of this stuff because
it's like all these chemicals in our foods and stuff. It's like, what is going on?
Right.
What is going on? So, like I say, again, Regina, get in touch with Deja and get my number so we can hook back up. My apologies sincerely. So, okay. Okay, now, Deja, you told me that you've never been interviewed before.
That's right.
Are you still feeling nervous now that we're actually having our interview and knowing that you're being recorded live on my podcast, but not having to be on camera?
I'm actually okay because it's really like as if we weren't being recorded,
You're just talking on the phone.
Interaction, yep.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I'll put that beautiful picture up there, your party girl picture. We'll get into that later because, like, I want to talk about that. But So you feeling better?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. So, please share your journey about your world of property management. Or what's your title?
Community manager.
Community manager. Mm-hmm. But it basically is property management.
Almost. It's, the only thing is, Regus doesn't exactly own the property.
Okay, yeah, because y'all are leasing from whoever owns that strip center.
Yes.
Well, do you call it a strip? What do you call it?
It's a strip mall, yes.
Okay. All right. So you're a. What did you say the title is again?
Community manager.
Community manager. Okay. Mm-hmm. So explain a typical day of being a community manager on at Regus to help anybody else who's has an interest in becoming a community manager or a property manager, because basically it's the same thing. You lease the spaces in your unit. They lease all of the spaces on their property. Yeah. So it's just it's a smaller version of being a property manager. Yeah.
That's right. There you go. There you go. So let me tell you how I first found out about the position. I think it was maybe August. Mm-hmm. I saw the position for community associate. I was working at Claire's at the time. This was the year 2021. Okay. And I was thinking to myself, I was like, Lord, something's got to give. I'm not really making any money where I am.
What? You were working at Claire's in 2021?
Yes, ma'am.
My daughter worked at Claire's when she was in college and high school. I know you weren't making no money because she was a manager at the one in Houston. One of the ones in Houston.
Yeah, only $9. I think it was.
Oh my God.
Something like that. Yeah, to be a key holder, it was. I was like, okay, I got the experience of managing some stuff. Yeah. So let me try my hand at. I was applying everywhere, and then one after the other. Sorry, we're moving on other applicants. No, sorry, we're moving on with other applicants. And it got really discouraging. And it's like, I started asking myself, why am I not landing these positions? Something has got to give. Yeah. So I come across Regus or IWG. I applied for that position. The community associate, I applied for that one in August. I didn't get hired until November. Okay. So the process is very lengthy. During the time we had to have a background check because we're dealing with sometimes finances. Yeah. So they want to make sure they are hiring great applicants.
Why? Because you guys don't handle money on the property.
Well, I guess it's more of the integrity.
Okay.
Yeah, so Regus does not want to be held liable for, Yeah, okay. Some people are nosy and they're like, oh, I can't believe this person was this, they have this job. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, I think that's why they had the background checks. And then in April of 23, I accepted the manager position at Harvey Fountain Park. Okay. During that time, I kind of knew that I already had the position because I basically had been doing it for so long, just wasn't really getting paid for it. So, the city manager at the time, she was like, well, don't think that I don't see the work that you do. I think you should just go ahead and apply for this position. And so I did. And, I got, hired to do the position that same day.
Wow. Now, hold on. Was this an in-person interview?
Yes.
Wow.
She was already there, so she was like, yeah, just go ahead and do it.
Wow. Like she was just handing over the key. Here, you can have it right now, like somebody giving you their baby. Here.
Basically.
and waving by as they driving out the driveway. Oh my God. Now, if that ain't favor, I don't know what is.
Right.
Hired on the spot.
Yep.
Do you know how long they had been looking for an applicant?
I can't remember. I cannot remember. I think the position had to have opened maybe for at least, maybe not even a week.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's favor.
And it felt good. It felt good for them to, see my work and everything, to see that, I'm just not sitting on my hands around here.
Exactly. Wow. Were you you were hired as the manager there?
Well, I was the associate there first, and then I got hired for the manager's position there. Yes.
Okay. Wow. So when did you advance to the actual manager?
I got that position in April last year.
Okay, so exactly a year after.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, no.
No, 23. I'm sorry. It wasn't last year. It was 23. April of 23. Yep.
Wow. Favor ain't fair.
You're right.
Ain't nobody complaining about people who don't have favor on their lives. And when you live a good life, God will see you through. He'll give you what you need.
For sure. Yeah. And then I started to think to myself, I was like, well, this is everything that I've always wanted. Now I'm making more than double
what you were making.
Triple than what I was making. And it's like
a salary.
Yes. it's great money.
Yeah.
And the company is so gracious in everything that they give, from the paid holidays to, sick time, we have amazing benefits. And I am forever grateful to land a position within the company.
Wow. That's wonderful. Yeah. So and so you said you were, because I was going to ask what attracted you to that career path, but you said you were working at Claire's, which is a good job, but I mean, I understand. You can't pay grown-up bills with a Claire's job full time.
Right. That's a great position for an entry into management, like for someone just now coming out of high school.
Yeah.
That's that type of money.
Like I say, my daughter was going from high school to college. That was her job. But after she got out of college, she got a real job with she works at she's over HR at a college in Houston, Lone Star. Yeah. So like I say, Claire's is a good job, but it's entry level. Yeah.
Yes.
But now you making the big bucks.
Yes.
Yeah. So where were you living on your own when you were working at Claire's?
No, I was with my parents.
Okay. All right. So I know now you probably got your own place, huh?
Nope. Still living.
Really?
Well, yeah. My parents are very traditional. They're like, if you don't have any kids, hell, you don't even have a boyfriend. Why go out there and struggle?
That's true.
Just stay home as long as you need to.
Exactly. Stay at home as long as you need to. As need is the key word.
Right.
Not won't. Not won't. Wow. That's wonderful. And what kind of relationship do you have with your parents?
Oh, I mean, it's everything I could have ever, anyone could have ever wanted.
Wow.
They're both there. They're both present. It's amazing.
I'm jealous. Because I did not have that with my parents. For real. My mom is, she denied if she heard me say this, but she's a narcissist. And my dad is just hands off. I mean, I had a lot of fun with them growing up, but it was like she was she was in love with the idea of having children. I was her baby doll. She loved being able to dress me in cute clothes and comb my hair. But aside from that, it was just, I was just there. Yeah. But so you have a side business too.
Yes, I do.
And what's the name of it?
It is Pack and Go Travels. We do Caribbean, anything tropical, really. I can sell any place, but I focus on anything tropical, all-inclusive resorts as well as cruises.
Oh, wow. My cousin has a travel agency also, on my dad's side, Christy. I can't think of the name of her, the company she's with, but she has a travel agency also. And we've used the travel agency before, but not, I mean, at that point, I didn't even know that she had one, but she has an agency. So I said, well, we're gonna start using the agencies that I know people that have agencies next time we go with an agency. So we'll have, I got her and you in mind. So I know when we need a cruise and we want to do something tropical, call Deja.
Yeah. Here's another misconception that people would get from travel agents. They think that you are that we're supposed to give you like lower prices, which that is true. Mm-hmm. We get whatever the partner, or let's say Carnival, i.e. Carnival. If Carnival is running that promotion, that's the only way that we get it. Okay. Right? There is no additional percentage off. Really what you're paying for is the experience, and the knowledge and the resources of using a travel agent versus going on your own. Mm-hmm. Because a lot of people don't realize, especially with this real ID, like let's say you're booking a cruise. Mm-hmm. Well, you need your real ID. You really need your real ID.
I thought it wasn't effective yet.
Oh yeah, that's been effective since March. Or was it May? It could have been May. But yeah, that's effective. They won't even let you fly without it.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Then I need to get my real ID.
You might have it if you have the little star at the top.
I don't know. I have to look at it. Because I know my husband said that he went and got his real ID like maybe a week ago. And I was like, oh, well. You know, but I didn't think nothing of it. But it's like, hold on. When is the date? So the date has come and passed. If it was May or March or May. Wow.
I feel like they should, it's easy, that's kind of a tough thing. I feel like they should give people a little more leniency with that because, I mean, of course, the city is going to want to do what they can. The government's going to do what they can to make money. Yeah. But, like, don't penalize people until, like, after their IDs expire. Because what if you would have just gotten your ID?
Yeah, exactly. You have to pay and get another one.
Yes. Like, come on.
Well, yeah. But, I mean, okay, that's hard because how much time are they going to have to wait? Because, like, driver's licenses don't expire. You can get it for up to 7 years. So, at what point?
I didn't know that. So, now, you see, that's probably what it is, too. They was like, hey, we're just going to go ahead and mandate this now. Get on the bandwagon. If you don't, then that's you. Yeah.
Wow. What is this world coming to?
That's a great question.
For real. I mean, I'm sitting here dumbfounded, like, I don't understand. It's like they trying to, and this is across the world, like they trying to make everybody become the same when God created everybody to be different.
I wasn't gonna say anything, but
look, this is a Christian
like
podcast.
Is just falling into place.
You can say, look, this is, you have the open floor. This is a Christian podcast, a kingdom podcast. Whatever opinions you have to say, this is your safe space. Say it by all means. I don't want to seem like I'm the only one that got an opinion about everything.
Yeah, it's like the stage is getting set. The stage is getting set. So that new world order. You know,
that's scary though.
Testing some things. It's soft launching things. You know,
that is scary.
Next thing you know, they're gonna want that chip in our arm.
And see, I refuse. And supposedly some people have already gotten it.
I heard. Isn't that crazy?
Because I'm like, okay, under what conditions you can't hate carrying around your ID or a credit card that much that you gotta have, you'll consider having a chip in your arm.
Right.
And the mark of the beast on the forehead, no. Now, I have tattoos, but I will not be getting a tattoo on my forehead.
There you go. On your forehead. Some people, you see, in today's world, people don't care. Some people just get it just because it's fun. So I know they'll get it to eat. You know?
See, I can't. God help me, because I don't want to fall into that, because like they say, at one point you're going to have to have the mark of the beast in order to buy anything.
Yep.
And
to do anywhere, to even probably is going to be to walk on the street. To go into a gas station, probably. It's about to get serious.
This world is out of their mind. It's like, who comes up with these things? One world order. It's like I'm all on board with everybody being on one accord, but one world order, as far as government is concerned, that's serious.
Mm-hmm.
That is serious.
It's all I can see is, all I can say is just, wow. But the Bible does teach us, as long as you are in Him, there's nothing that we should worry.
Yeah.
Usually, if your Bible is falling apart, that usually signifies a person that really isn't.
Yeah.
So we have the key. I mean, everybody has the key.
Mm-hmm.
It's the fact that if you want to,
are you using your key?
Yes. People perish because of the lack of knowledge.
Yep. Big time. And just because you go to church don't mean you know your Bible, because there are a lot of people who come to church every week, and I'm surprised, because I go to church every week with my Bible and a notebook to write in, because I'm taking notes the whole time the pastor's talking.
Mm-hmm.
But there are people sitting there without a Bible. They're not reading along. They just go along and read on the screen. And I've never done that. And it's like, I don't know whether it's because of my love of writing. I've always loved writing. Maybe that could be it. But I don't know. I'm built different and created different. And I just don't understand people who go to church and they don't take their Bible. So even though they have the scriptures on the screen, you can't read along in your own Bible. You have to read it off of the screen, because that's something new that they're doing now. They'll put scriptures on the screen. But back in the day, it still was a lot of people that would come to church without their Bible. And I'm like, where are you going? Going to church without your Bible is like getting up and going to school without your books.
Right, where's your material?
Yes. Where are your materials? What are you going to take notes on? Because me, I'm a note taker. It's like, and it bothers me when I can't remember something that I've heard that I didn't write down because I'm so used to writing it down. And since my brain stroke, my memory is, I can't depend on my memory from the time I get to church, go to church, to the time I get home. I can't expect my memory to be that long going from Gretna, 5th Street and Gretna, 5th Street and Gretna Boulevard to my house. I will have forgotten it. And then I'll be frustrated because it's like, Lord, why didn't I hold on to that thought? But it's like, so I know me, and people know themselves. If you know how you are, and people just don't have, I hate to say this new generation, but people don't have the love of Christ in their heart anymore.
They don't fear him anymore. That's the problem.
No, it's so casual.
Yeah.
People back in the day, they had reverent fear. They didn't mind falling on they. I mean, look at the back in the biblical days. Now, I think they overdid it, like falling down and rolling in the dirt, going put on sackcloth and rolling in the dirt. I can't imagine doing that now, but it's like going to church for them then. I feel like Christians then got more out of church than Christians now. Now it's more like a pageant. Going to church is just something you do after you come from the club last night. It's just a hangout. You don't have reverence for that being God's house. And you have no business coming from the club the night before. It's like they don't have any, I don't know. It's a disconnect. A great disconnect.
Oh yeah, people, it's so bad these days to where there's even, it's like the house of the Lord don't even protect you no more. Because like they're shooting in the churches, they're fighting in the churches, and it's like, where do we go from there?
Exactly.
You know,
it's like the church is just another building.
Yeah.
Nothing sacred about it. Wow. Yeah. So, what is your favorite? What skills do you have? Have you picked up at Regus as a property? Well, not a property manager. Say it again.
A community manager.
Community manager. I'm gonna have to write that down.
So the skills that I have picked up is, sharpen. I've always had customer service skills, but sharpening my customer service skills, as well as, the tedious Microsoft things, being able to peer behind the curtains of HR and communications, and business administrations, things of that sort.
Okay. So do you hire to share the community manager?
I do not, unfortunately. But I said HR because I just got my certification in that. So I can take that anywhere I want.
Through Regus?
I'm hoping through Regus.
Wow. That'd be awesome to have. Because that could tell you could go anywhere with that.
Yes. Yes. Everybody's looking for it.
Yeah. Because if you need employees, guess what? You need an HR department.
There you go.
That's why my daughter is in HR.
Even making it your own side business,
Yeah. Yeah. So how has those skills helped you out in your travel business and vice versa?
Well, I've become a lot more organized in my travel business because what I do on a day-to-day basis, and that's just not to cram everything in 1 hour. I got that for a bad habit.
Mm-hmm.
So I like to section off. Okay, my priorities is the first thing that I do as soon as I come in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
My focus is on my red list, which is my priority list.
Mm-hmm.
And then my yellow list is that comes second after that. So that might be a little bit more towards lunchtime. Once that is finished, after lunch, you take that hour to your 30 minutes, and then I focus on my green list.
Oh, so you got a stoplight list.
Oh, yes. Yes.
I've never heard of that concept, but I'm writing this down. You got so red is priority, yellow is
it's moderate.
It's moderate. Green is go.
Green is down. I mean, I won't cry if I don't get it done
today. Wow. Okay. So red has to be done.
Yes.
Yellow is moderate. Like if you get it done, okay. If you don't, but green is okay if not done.
Correct.
Okay. I've never heard that concept before.
It's what gets me by. I mean, now don't get me wrong. Some things that pops up, of course you can't. You gotta take it as is. But some things trump over. You may have to look at it as the top of your priority list, and that's just how things go.
Yeah.
That's just how life is.
Yeah. So what has been your biggest disappointment as a community manager?
To be honest, I know that's a good question. I actually don't have any disappointments.
Really?
Yeah, like I said, the company is so good to us. They're so gracious. I would not say not one negative thing.
Wow.
I mean, of course, there's always that. This is what I would have done better if I was running the show, but I'm not. So I'll take my seat.
Yeah. Well, you know your limitations and you know your boundaries. There are some things that you can't do nothing about regardless. And that's anything. That's part of being a grown-up.
Right.
Okay. So what are some of the challenges you face in your travel business? I know you mentioned that some of the stuff you've learned at Regus has helped you get more organized in your travel business. Okay. You want to explain that?
So the challenge with travel and with any business per se is getting the clientele. That's the hardest part, and for going on for almost 4 years now, I'm still trying to crack that code. And I look at other travel agencies, and it's like, girl, what are you doing? How do you? Yeah. What am I missing? That I think that's my only setback.
I think we all struggle with that because me having a podcast, I'm like, it looks so easy for some people. And it's like, how do they do that? But you know what? Everybody has a backstory. It may look easy now, but they didn't start there. I have to go back to when they started. They probably looked rough too. So that's just it. No, you can't compare somebody who got they in their teenage years with their business and you in your infant years. You can't compare. Because just think about it.
10-year success.
No, you can't compare. You can't. It's no comparison, hands down. No comparison. Because, I mean, if you take a teenage child, you take a teenage person and a baby, what do they have in common? Other than possibly having the same parents.
And them both being human.
Exactly. That's it. That's it. So comparison is the killer of you should compare, because God made everybody individually. He didn't make us to be like anybody else. If he wanted
and
you
he
to
will
be,
not drop off your blessings to anybody else's doorstep.
No. Your blessings are for you and only you. And they have no expiration date. God is a good God, and he's not going to take back what he has for you. If it has your name on it, that's coming to you. When you're obedient.
Yes. That's the key.
That's the key. Being obedient.
That's the key. You can't do what you want.
Exactly.
You can't give it to him and then try to put your hand back in it.
Here, God, you take this. No, I got it. No, here, take. No, I can't really. Here, take it, please. No, I got it, and take it right back. No, he don't play like that. God is not a plaything.
Right.
Either you come real when you ready to really give it up, or don't give it to him. Don't do that like double dutch. You can't do that like you do with double dutch. You have to attempt to jump in, and the way you move your body. You can't do that with God. God is not a double dutch person. He's not a double dutch God. Either you're in or you're out. Yeah. So, what has been your biggest disappointment with your travel business?
I really spending money.
It takes money to make money.
Yes. And I was telling, giving that thought to another person, another customer in Regus. They were saying how expensive, startups are, and I said, well, there's a lot of resources out there.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to, you're going to spend a lot of money.
Yep.
That's point blank, period.
Yep.
But slow and steady wins the race.
Yeah.
You just have to be patient.
You said it. Slow and steady wins the race.
Mm-hmm.
Because why are you in such a hurry? Where are you going?
Then you won't appreciate
exactly. Appreciate the journey.
Yes.
Sit back and relax and watch the clouds go by. Don't just be like, I can't wait to get there. And the car is a speed limit. You can only go so fast. And enjoy the scenic route on your way to where you're going. You can't just, if you drove fast, or say for instance when you're on a plane, you don't get to see anything.
Right.
So it's like, we have to learn how to slow down and enjoy the scenic route on the way to where we're going. Mm-hmm. That's hard though.
It is easier said than done, because we are impatient. We're very impatient.
Very impatient.
We try to see the success right then and there. But it just, in reality, it just doesn't. You can't put up a building in a day.
No. Because you have to lay a firm foundation, or that building gonna fall. Mm-hmm. So, but that's just it. We see what we want to see. We don't care about how long it took them. They didn't just pop up overnight. It's like no one pops up overnight and becomes a success. They've been digging and working at that, whatever it is they do, for years. You may not have even heard of them before they came on the scene. And you thinking they knew, but because this is your first time hearing about them, and they may come out, but it's like, usually I've noticed that when people come out, when they real popular, once you listen to their backstories, they've been grinding for years. They didn't just pop up overnight like an overnight success. It may look like an overnight success to you because you haven't heard them and you don't know their story. But like I say, most of those people have been working at what they're doing for years. They're not an overnight success. So I don't really know if it's anything that is an overnight success.
That's the thing. Nothing really is.
Because with God, everything takes patience and time. And it's not a relay. It's a marathon. So, yeah. Okay, and what are you particularly, what is an achievement in your travel business that you're proud of?
My biggest achievement is, getting to create memories for my clients, and as well as establishing newfound friendships.
Yeah. Do you have any repeat customers?
I do.
Yeah. That's wonderful. That's the heartbeat of any business. Repeat customers. Yeah. Okay. Okay, when you say creating, what do you mean create? You mean like creating the schedules?
No, just creating, helping them create their itineraries.
Okay.
Whether as, if it's
what they gonna do.
Correct.
Okay. All right. Okay. So, what has been your biggest challenge that you faced as a community manager, and how did you overcome it?
My biggest challenge when I first I would say that it would have to have been the upset customers. What I've learned is don't take it personal.
Yep.
That's what I've learned.
Yep.
9 times out of 10, people just want to be heard.
Yep.
And unfortunately, you are that vessel.
Exactly.
That they need to lash out on.
you the face that they gonna be fussing at and spitting in to get their frustration out.
Yes.
Which is wrong for them to do that, but
no, what they happens. Do is they do come back and they say, I know I was really out of line. And, when they acknowledge and admit that's wrong, then it's, and I say, it's okay. I understand you're frustrated. Because like I said, I don't know how your morning started. Yeah. I don't know what you're going through. Yeah. So you just got to be a little bit more patient with people.
Patience. That's a key word. That's a good word. Everybody should be more patient. And the world would be a much better place. Yeah. Okay, and what has been your biggest disappointment?
I guess I don't really have a disappointment. At least not yet.
Okay. Okay. Now let's go back to your backstory. I don't mean to pry, but I know my story. I've shared my story that I had a brain stroke back when I had my now 14-and-a-half-year-old daughter, and that's left me with some disabilities that I deal with, but I make the best of it. What am I gonna do? Sit here and cry?
Cry about it?
No. So, but you've been a great help to me. Like I say, people don't know. They think I'm exaggerating when I say stuff never happens to me the way it should go. I don't care how many people can do. You could get the instructions and say they do this, and that for this Outcome, I try that. Nope. Try it again. Nope. Try it again. Nope. So what I did when I tried, like I said, to set up the account, I came up there to get help with a professional who could get me some help. And you helped me figure out how to get my account set up. So have you had any problems or struggles in the industry with your disability?
No, actually, no. So, a little backstory. I was born with myopia and forgot what the other thing was. And I can't even. I know myopia was one of them, and I'm probably pronouncing it so wrong.
How do you spell it?
Listen.
Yopa? I'm Y-O-P-A?
Myopia. I can't.
Oh, myopia. Okay. I thought you said my yopa. Okay.
So, yeah, when I first came on to the scene as a, when I was able to look at folks, I never had that straight vision. I always had to kind of tilt my head to get a good look at you. And so my mom noticed that. It was like, oh, that's a little abnormal. So,
yeah.
I've had a bunch of surgeries to correct my vision. And each one of them hurt. To me, it did. Being a little kid and have to go through something like that, it's not the ideal.
No. I don't know how surgery is never.
Yes, I don't know how
pleasant.
She dealt with me with that. And my mom had her first kid when she was 15, and she had an open heart surgery. My sister, she had a bunch of open heart surgeries. That's when she found out. That's when she realized that there was a God. At 15 years old.
Oh, wow. So she had open heart surgery at 15?
She had my mom, my sister had open heart surgery. She was way younger than that, though. My mom had her at 15.
Okay. And you're old. How many siblings do you have?
3.
Okay. So you're the baby?
No, I am the middle child.
Okay. You're not a Jan, are you? Marsha. You know what I'm talking about? The Brady Bunch?
No, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Marsha. That's why I had my last interview. I interviewed Pastor Fred, and he's the middle child of his family. And I'm like, you weren't the Jan in your family, huh? Marsha. He say, no, I love being the middle child. I loved all my sisters and brothers. I was not a Jan. So he said he loved being the middle because he felt love from both sides, from the younger ones and from the older ones. I'm like, well, that's a wonderful experience. Yeah, that's a wonderful experience. Yep. So, okay. But your older sister had her heart attack at, how old was she?
So she didn't necessarily have a heart attack. She was just born with 3 holes in her heart.
So she has goodness, what do you call it? My mom has I don't know how many holes she got in her heart, but she has a hole in her heart that she has to see a specialist because her heart doesn't beat like everybody else.
Right.
What do they call it?
And they have to get those valves replaced every so often.
No, my mom's never had heart surgery. She's living with hers.
Oh,
but
interesting.
She's under a doctor.
So she has a murmur?
That's what it is, a heart murmur. Yeah. But your sister has had to have her valves replaced?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. No. Like I say, My mom has never had heart surgery to replace any valves. She just was born with a murmur, irregular heartbeat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but no, ma'am. Regardless of I hate to hear that you grew up having to have that many surgeries. And no, surgery, I've had a lot of surgeries too for different things, but surgery is never fun. But your eyes, you worked them when you had to help me find out my problem. And like I say, your your skills are excellent. Your vision is excellent. For you to help me out, you don't have your disability doesn't keep you from doing your job.
Oh, absolutely. As long as I can see it, I can do
Yes.
it.
As long as you can see. And then, like I say, seeing is amazing. So, and you can see because you helped me out with my problem. And I was like, Lord have mercy. But you helped me out and thank you. I still think, I tell everybody I know that story. It's like, she helped me out. So, don't let nobody tell you what you can't do.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Can't is not a word. Okay, and you say you have five siblings?
Three.
Three. And you're the middle.
Mm-hmm.
So wait, you're
So
one
it's
of the
four of
three?
us all together.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you're not the baby.
No.
Because when you said you were still staying home, I was like, you must be the baby.
Oh man, every one of my mom's children have kids except myself. Due to condition called PCOS. It's not, that doesn't mean that I can't have kids. It's just it may be just a tad bit harder for me to achieve that.
Okay. I don't. I've never heard of PCOS. What is that?
That is polycystic ovarian syndrome.
Oh.
It's a hormonal imbalance. It affects everything.
Wow.
Usually, with women that are suffering with this, and I can't speak for everybody that suffers with it. We suffer with hirsutism, having growing hair everywhere, like everywhere. It's so annoying. Having these phantom cycles. You could go through the PMS.
Yeah.
And, nothing ever comes. And,
wow.
That's kind of heartbreaking. But here we are. What could you do about it?
Exactly.
But try to get regular,
Wow. I'm so sorry to hear that.
Oh, it's okay as long as with the proper diet and exercise. Of course, that could be reversible, but for me, it hurts. It hurts.
All the time?
Well, imagine. How can I say it? Usually, with when I don't seem like I'm in pain, I'm usually am. And it usually just, how it would feel for you. You are just about to start your cycle, not to be TMI. When you're just about to start your cycle, that's how it feels every single day.
What?
Every single day.
Girl.
And then you feel better once you have your cycle, and then it's gone and you don't feel it again. But if you don't, if your cycle never comes for months on end, then you're stuck feeling.
So wait. You don't have a period every month.
That's correct. My last one was maybe 4 months ago.
And you're not pregnant?
Nope. Nope.
That's like, I had fibroids where I bled. I had to wear a pad and a tampon. This may be too much information for some people, so click off because I'm gonna be talking for a while. But I bled so heavy that at first I thought I had what do you call it? I thought I'd had a miscarriage because it was so much blood. And then right after that, it continued happening the next month. So I thought, okay, well, hold on. I didn't lose a baby because this is still happening. Come to find out, when I had my my second daughter, I passed uh, a fibroid. I actually gave birth to a baby and a fibroid. And I had a uterus full of fibroids that continued to grow over the years. And by that time, they were so bad that I never got off my period. My husband didn't even believe me because it was like I was always on my period. And it was heavy. And at one point he didn't believe me. And I was like, look, dude, I will show you. And I showed him. I ain't ever have to show him that again. Because he's like, I hate to do this. I ain't normally. I say, I know, but I'm going to show you because you think I'm just putting you off. No, let me show you. He ain't ever have to see that again. Because it was like, it wasn't just a regular period. It was clumpy. Like I had lost a baby. Like I was having a miscarriage. And I had to change myself almost hourly. It was so heavy. I was working at the time, and that was hard. I would have backaches, and it was like I felt like I was pregnant, but I was bleeding.
Mm-hmm. There was this one time. I wonder if that was. Of course, pregnancy wasn't. I knew I wasn't pregnant, but something like that had happened, and I was at work actually, and then TMI, it's totally TMI, but it started to run down my leg.
Ooh.
And you know, it was terrible, and I was like, I wasn't cramping. And then when I went to the restroom, there was this like golf ball size,
I'm
like,
tissue.
okay, so that's abnormal.
Yes.
So,
yeah.
I wonder if that was the same thing maybe that was a fibroid the whole time that I was passing. I don't know.
You might want to check and see if you have fibroids because they run in African American women.
They see, that's good to know.
Yep. So you need to, on your next annual exam, you need to ask for I forget what the test is, but have them do a scope, whatever they have them do whatever test they have to find out if you have fibroids. Because it may be they may be able to do a blood test or something to where they can. Technology has come a long ways. Because I remember when the brain stroke I had was a birth defect, a rare birth defect, but it's ran in my family since my grandmother's mother and her siblings died from them. But when they died, everybody just knew they had strokes. Well, the rare birth defect and arterial venous malformation is what caused those strokes. So it's then came down generation to generation and down to me, and I'm the generational curse break in our family. After my mom came down here, she went back up to Houston and had herself tested, and she didn't grow up having headaches. I grew up having headaches. And when she got herself tested, she found a neurologist to test her. She found out she has one, and she never believed me when I used to tell her my head was hurt. My childhood was plagued by headaches. When other kids was outside playing and having fun, I was in the house with the sheets or a pillow over my head with my eyes closed because my head was pounding. And I have a little cousin, her uh her dad and my mom were brother and sister. She has one too. And I know she had been suffering with headaches, and I never pieced together that she's having headaches all the time like me, because back then I didn't her she's a year older than my daughter, my oldest daughter. And I knew she had been having headaches, but back then I didn't know what I had either. So I just knew that I had started self-medicating myself by the time I got to middle school. And by the time but after I had my stroke, she had said, she had told me we had this group thread, the girl cousins, and some of my grandmother's granddaughters. We have a group thread where we speak to each other every morning. Good morning, and she was saying that she was late coming on, so it was like, hey, how you doing? And she's like, I'm sorry, but I've been having a headache. And it's like, I told her, you need to go get that checked. Find yourself, if you got insurance, find yourself a good neurologist and have him check you tell him what I went through. I had an arterial venous malformation. And she went and got herself checked. Come to find out she has one too.
Wow.
But now at least both of them are under a neurologist. They know they have it, and the neurologist he has them on medicine. So they're being medicated now. But like I say, my mom never had headaches. So she couldn't relate when I was complaining, but she thought I was just being extra, just being dramatic. Just being a girl. I'm like, no, my head does hurt. So now she realized, oh, she was telling the truth all